So this today's session will be on continuation with the table calculations and sessions that we are having from the past. So today we'll explore some hands-on activities on the Windows functions. Okay, you already we actually had some of the hands-on activity on table calculations. I think after session 2 or something, today we'll explore this table calculation function, especially window functions and how these window functions can be used and etc. First 2-3 activities will be like a kind of recap of what we have done. Then we'll get into the new stuff. So this first activity, if you can see on the screen, it's just the visualization that I have is a simple visualization. Let me actually hide this thing. Yeah. So okay, this will yeah. So if you see here, I have my date column on the x-axis and my sales on y-axis. So it just gives me a sales trend for every month. Now what I want is I just want a moving average of my sales value. So as I progress across my x-axis, my whatever the values that I have, I should get an average for that. So if I have, when I go to March, I should get average for these three, and likewise. It's called a moving average. It's a straightforward thing. So I'll just drop my sales in here as a dual axis, and then I'll convert the sales using a quick table calculation. Go to moving average, and I get that. So I can just and all I have to do is go check if my computer using is table across correct. So now I have this value. So this is since I have only one value at this point in time. Okay, I think it's moving average previous to next. Okay, I think it's because of the synchronized axis. So dual axis, synchronized axis, yeah. So if you can see on the orange, we have the actual sales value, and the blue one, which is just the moving average. So at this point in time, it's same because I have only 1 point. And at this point I have 2 points, so I'll take average of these two, and I got something in between here. And likewise, I progress across x-axis, I'll get the average of all the points that I've moved on the x-axis. This is a straightforward one. And in the second activity, what we have here is we can likewise, if we don't want the average for entire trial months that I have. So for example,
Jagdish, shall all of us do it because it's hands-on?
So I don't think you would have if you have a workbook open, we can try it, no problem. So I mean, if you have Tableau open, we can try it.
Okay, all right. So yeah, I have I'm just getting my stuff done. Maybe I think everyone can do it, so that because that's the value of hands-on, right?
Okay.
So so you guys have Tableau ready, or you guys need to open it up?
I have to open it up.
Okay, I think let all of us open it up. In the meanwhile, I think maybe Jagdish, you can continue so that you don't lose time. Yeah.
So do you need some time, 2 minutes, or is it okay if I continue? Quick?
Okay, if you can give time, that would be great too.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think we will pause recording for now.
Okay, so in this activity, the task is, so just open a particular sheet and make this graph. So order date at a month level, okay, at this month level. So this is continuous date value instead of date part, and then just drop sales into rows. So we'll get a some line graph like this. So once you have this line graph, your task is to create another line graph on the same graph. Another line on the same graph which shows you the average of previous 3 months and the next 2 months. For example, if I am, let's say, if I am on this point, when I'm looking at this point, so my previous 3 months including would be so this month and this month, so and this month and the next 2 months, so maybe this one and this one likewise. So the average of all these three should be the new value for this month in the new line graph. Is that clear?
Yeah, for me it's clear. So anyway, I think you go ahead, complete this. I'll ask you a different question once you're done with explaining.
Okay, yeah, got it. So so the same thing. So as we did for moving average, what I'll do is I'll just bring my sales into a new line, and I'll go and I need a moving average, so I'll go to add table calculation, moving calculation, use the function as average. I want average, and I want previous 3 weeks, previous 3 months, and the next two values. Use the current value and make sure it's calculated table across and table across. And once I have my line, so for example, if I just click labels, yeah, at this point in time it's showing 229,736. So it's just the, since I don't have any previous values here, it's just the average of this one and this one. That should be this value likewise. So all I can do is I just dual axis and synchronize axis. I get this line. Is that clear? How do you?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. It's a pretty straightforward one. We already did it. Chaitanya, you said you have some question.
So yeah, the question was, see, basically, I was just trying to think of the use case you had in mind when you would basically have a moving average for the last 3 months and the next 2 months. Typically, it's trailing, right? So I'm just trying to understand. Any use case that you had in mind when you said last 3 months and the next 2 months?
No, not particularly in mind, but there will be cases. I'm currently not aware, not able to give you an example, but it may not be exactly these numbers like previous 3 and next 2, but it could be like, hey, I just want an average for the last 3 months.
Yeah. So the last 3 months is clear because you typically have trailing 12 months or whatever. Trailing 3 months, whatever that is.
Yeah.
But usually it's not looking forward. But anyway, I thought maybe if you had something in mind. But go ahead, please.
Yeah. Just so we will understand the function capabilities a little bit more. So I just put that next. But
okay.
Very rarely we'll use the next in normally calculating using a moving calculations.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so then we have a similar one. So here we did calculation from previous 3 months to next 2 months. So here it's almost a similar one. What you have to do is from previous 4 months to previous 2 months. So you can just pass in the same calculation field. If I open quick table calculation, moving average, and edit table calculation, I can just change those numbers from previous 4 months to previous 2 months. So it will give you for a particular month, it will give you the average for these 2 values. So leaving the 1 month behind, so it will give you the average for these 2 at this point in time. So again, it's just to let you know that you can use whatever the offset that you want at any point in time. It need not be always till that point where you are or ahead of time. So That's a pretty straightforward one. And coming to this particular task here, we would want so let me actually do this as well. So we we have seen different types of moving average calculations. For example, in activity 1, we have seen a moving average that goes across the x-axis. In example 2, we saw a moving average that comes from previous 3 months to next 2 months, and here we have seen from previous 4 months to previous 2 months. So for example, if a client wants something like a control, so like whatever the average that he wants to, at what range he wants to look at. So for example, when he wants to look at from average from last 2 months, we can use the parameters in Tableau and to get that done. So how we can do this, I'll just create a parameter, show parameter. Okay, let's create a parameter. So I'll just create a parameter, and if you remember the values that we gave for example in the moving average calculations, which is the offset. So for example, if I have to go for last 2 months, I know my offset should be -2. Last quarter means I should go -3 months. Last 6 months and -6 months. So I'll create a value something like this, and I will use this parameter in my calculation. So for example, let me I've already created the calculation. Average edit. So what I'll do is window average. So I know I have to get the average at the window level, and my window average should work on this particular field, sum of sales, and my window is defined from the parameter value that which I give and the current value. So for example, when I select last 6 months, this value will automatically be updated to -6. So it will go average. It will take an average from my last 6 months to the current time. And when I select it for 2 months, it'll go average from last 2 months to current time. So we can use even parameters into the moving calculation functions as to give it as an offset. So when I drag it here and make it dual axis, synchronous axis. And yeah, so if I change this from last 2 months, my averages will change, and last quarter, and likewise. So basically this is to let you know that you can use parameters as well in these functions, window functions, to provide the offsets, the start and the end values.
So just a quick thing, how did you link that the parameter to that sales moving average?
We calculated we calculated a field called sales moving average.
Correct.
This holds the window average function. And if you would remember the syntax of the window average function, it takes to apart from this let me
so select time range is the parameter that you created, right? Okay, got it.
Yes,
okay,
this is the time.
So okay, just can you go into edit of sales time range, select time range, please?
Yes.
Okay.
So these are the offsets that we are providing.
Integer. Okay, got it. Okay. Okay, got it. Okay.
So when we select for last 2 as parameter, it will automatically change the offset to -2 in the calculated field.
Got it. Okay, understood. Clear.